Tony and Brett from Pride Advice, good to have your company. Well, this, of course, is Money Minute. Now, Brett, this is something we've been talking about recently, is the growing trend amongst grandparents of becoming, if you like, surrogate parents for their children, because the children's relationships, marriages, sadly, have broken down as a result. One of the kids has come home with the grandkids, and while they're all cohabiting, it raises a raft of financial issues. Have you seen this one yourself?
Yeah, look, I have, Tony. Though I think they're called Boomerang kids. But
yep.
it's not just the kids coming back; it's the kids coming back with their children, and
Yep.
the house is suddenly full again. Which is nice if it's Christmas time,
Yep.
but to wake up to that every day, it can be a little bit complicated.
Yeah, not exactly what you're ready for, is it?
No.
So how do you think, what are some of the financial implications? Because to me, this is a mind-boggling thing, is that the grandparents have settled down, retired, life's ahead and that sort of thing, going to get on with caravanning or travelling or whatever it might be in a COVID environment, but all of a sudden you've got a house full, not only of your child, but of the grandkids as well. And I'm seeing this more and more and more at the moment. What do you think are some of the financial issues that come out of that?
Yeah, look, I'll park the reasons for the breakdown in the first place, because you don't want knocks on the door at 2:00 in the morning with an angry ex-husband looking for his partner, that type of stuff. But from a financial perspective, if you are on Centrelink, just be a bit careful about the gifting rules, because if you're going to go and pay for a accommodation bond, or a lease payment for rent and things like that, you'll be very careful, because there are limits as to how much you can give away. The other thing too is just making sure that everybody in the family is aware of what's going on, and that it's one thing to sort of be there for a week or 2 weeks or a finite period of time, but if it's a never-ending story, you want to make sure that the entire family is on board with what's actually going on.
Yeah, definitely. So it can kind of lead to longer-term implications. For me, the big financial one is the issue where the children and the grandchildren's financial affairs start to become interlinked again with the grandparents. And this is a big worry for me, because we work so much with the grandparents, of course. Of course, we want to help out the kids, but the grandparents are our clients. And I think about, not only are you now supporting a house and the running costs and those sorts of things, there's always going to be an argument whereby you're going to be helping out that child. It could be to help them then go and buy a home on their own, or support them through that transition. It could be helping them with rent, because you want the family to sort of reform on their own in their own premises. It could even go as far as things like estate planning as well. And as you said, there's the issue with the siblings. How are the siblings favoured or not favoured in that scenario? Are they on board with what might be going on? And then there's also the mental drain, the energy drain that comes with being, frankly, a lot of the time, a second time round parent, as we see these people become engaged, as all grandparents want to be with their grandkids, but to find themselves then supporting round two of their son or daughter's career to help them through that. And what blows my mind about this one is that it's no longer unique. I see this time and time again. And what worries me so much for clients and for people we talk to about the issue is making sure that they've made a bit of time for themselves and their own financial affairs. It can't just be all about their obligation as parents to their grandkids or to their own children to help them through what is really an awful patch of life they don't want to find themselves in, and of course the grandparents don't, but it can be very difficult for everyone.
It can, and if it's a few months, that's one thing, but if it's a few years, it's a completely different conversation. And a solution is not just jump in the caravan and nick off for 6 months. No, you've actually got to hit the nail on the head, get some timelines in place to give you some clarity about what it looks like going forward, so that we can work together towards something.
Absolutely. So folks, that's Money Minute for today. Hope that finds you well. Interesting topic that we're seeing more and more at the moment in advice land. Keep well, and we're going to see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.